APNvideo.com is on the air, and tonight we're coming to you from Rosemofford Park in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the 2021 Arizona Lacrosse League State Semifinals. The third-seeded and 9-4 Desert Vista Thunder taking on the 12-1 and the second-seeded Boulder Creek Jaguars. The winner of this game goes to the state finals. And I'm Jeff Lowry with APN Video Sports. The two keys, I think, here tonight. Desert Vista's got to get it going offensively. They can't go long stretches without scoring because they're going up against one of the great offensive teams in the state. Dan Lannon on the right, winning as coach all time. PJ Rovinelli won a championship with Chaparral in 2011. The other key here tonight, and Boulder Creek's one of the best, Face-Off X. It's all about possession, and they are led by number 2 Logan Zapinski, along with a couple of others. They've got a great face-off game, and that sets the tone for this team and their head coach, Nick Collier. And I'll tell you what, this has been one of the top teams in Arizona, one of the top 3 or 4 teams over the last 4 seasons. And they are looking to go to their first ever state championship. This is APN Video. The state semifinals are coming up next. All right, welcome back to our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. You're looking at the team captains, 31 Thomas Cook for Boulder Creek, Max Armitage, number 4, Danny Carolyn, 32, Drew Kelly, 36. On the other side, Desert Vista, you saw Thomas Lynch, number 15, hard-hitting Taylor Witt, 19, and one of the top goalies. Well, we got 2 of the best here. In fact, Thomas Cook leads the Arizona Lacrosse League in save percentages, and he's over 70%. He has had a miraculous year and would maybe up there for most valuable player, at least goalie of the year, and Kristen Creech also for Desert Vista. This is the one area Desert Vista is going to have to step up. A good ground ball, and then a big check from behind by Max Armitage, taking it away. DV gets the opening face-off as this game is underway, but then immediately lose it on a great play by Max Armitage. Desert Vista is going to have a certain amount of success in face-off X if they're going to, if they have plans on winning this game. There's no doubt about it. Jeff Lowry from Rosemofford Park in Phoenix. Far side, good check, good defense by Aiden Scott, who took the opening draw as Desert Vista won it, but then immediately was a takeaway by this Boulder Creek team. And now you're looking at, I think, one of the most versatile players in the state of Arizona, Danny Carolyn, being picked up there defensively by Thomas Lynch. And he is another one of those versatile players. Maybe he doesn't get the big statistics as Armitage thought about taking a shot. Good defense by Scott, and they'll work it around. First possession of the game, no score. And a good job by Witt, number 19. Now, he brings a little intimidation factor to the field. Not a little, a lot. And I think he's got to be up for maybe Defensive Player of the Year. First shot, and that one is going to be corralled. No, it's going to be deflected by Kristen Creech. So an outstanding job by the junior goalie of the Desert Vista Thunder. No score, first quarter action. They'll work it outside. That ball's going to be picked up by Dallin Lucas with 12 points on the season. Today's game features the two of the 3 top scorers in the Arizona Lacrosse League. Max Armitage coming in second behind Cole Rassus of Brophy, and then third is Ethan Tanucci. Armitage leads. He's number 4 for the team in white. He leads the Arizona Lacrosse League in assists with 32, and Ethan Tanucci is 5th. And another nice job corralling that one. Great vision as part of being a goalie, and swivel and head on a swivel. And I think Creech showed that, but then throws that one away. We've seen him throw a couple away lately. kind of surprisingly in some of the games that we've covered for Desert Vista. And now D-Stick over on the far side. That's a great check there by Canyon Steverson. Canyon is the leading scorer on Desert Vista, but he plays some pretty good defense and one of the fastest players, and he's the ball carrier here. First possession for Dan Lannon's Desert Vista Thunder. No score. Couple of minutes into this contest. Well, it was a warm day here in the Valley of the Sun, but I'll tell you what, when the sun goes down and it gets down into the 80s, it's almost perfect. A 0-0 tie, Desert Vista trying to get back to the state championship. The winner of this game goes, and they'll play the winner of the Brophy-Higley game, which will be starting here in about 20 minutes down at Brophy Sports Complex. 50-50 ball, and there's Danny Carolyn doing what Danny Carolyn does. I'll tell you, he's one of my favorite players. I don't normally say that, but Danny Carolyn, I like the guys that just unsung and do all the intangibles. And I'll tell you one of my other favorites, and I just mentioned him, is Taylor Witt, because he plays defense a little old school. He really does. And that'll be an interesting matchup if you get Max Armitage going up against number 19 on the blue and gold. And this guy right here, 36 for Boulder Creek, Drew Kelly. I mean, how important is this guy to the defense of Boulder Creek? And they've really stepped up since their 15-3 loss at the hands of the Brophy Broncos on a rainy night at Boulder Creek High School back on March 11th. They have reeled off 11 straight wins. And we are scoreless here in the first. In the state semifinal, the winner takes on the winner of the Brophy-Higley game. Desert Vista trying to get back to the finals as they take their first shot, and that's turned away by the crafty Thomas Cook, who saved 71% of the shots against him this year. Jeff Lowry coming to you from Rose Mofford Park on APN Sports. Here's Steverson. Canyon with those quick legs. Over to Ryan Kerner at 18 points this year. That's third on the team. Cole Brewster, number 1, who just gave the ball up for Desert Vista, is second on the team in points this year. Leading assist man is Kerner by far with 12. Top goal scorer this year is Canyon, number 30. They work at goal line extended. We are still scoreless. And we're about 5 minutes into this contest. First quarter action. We play 4 12-minute quarters. Here is a cutter, and that was Rodriguez. Somehow the ball came back to the passer. And Rodriguez with a nice GB there. And then it's off the face of Ryan Kerner, and Carolyn comes up with a big GB. He is harassed. Crowd wants a flag there against Cole Brewster, pushing and going around. You can hear Mr. Steverson right below our camera well here at the park, and he didn't like the no call by the officials. One of the things I have noticed this year, it's not a critique, because I think the officials do an outstanding job here in Arizona. It's a tough game to officiate. I think it's a lot tougher than some of the other sports like basketball and baseball. But I feel like this year, and I don't know if it's a COVID thing or not, they've let a lot of the calls, I think, go. The games have went a lot quicker and smoother because of that. But then, you know, you're going to have fans that aren't going to like it. Whoa, what a check there by Canyon. And no call. No call. It could have went either way. So a timeout on the field. This will be the first timeout, and that'll be taken by the Boulder Creek Jaguars, led by their head coach, Nick Hillier, who is in his 4th year. Boulder Creek trying to get to their first ever state championship game. They've been to the semifinals. They did that a couple of years ago. But I have to say, like I said at the top of the broadcast, this is one of the top programs. I would say one of the top 4 programs in the state of Arizona over the last 4 years. You know, if you want to throw Notre Dame in there, kind of throw last year out. Last year doesn't really it's not that it doesn't count, but I would say over the last 4 full seasons, Boulder Creek has been a top 4 team, along with Notre Dame, Desert Vista, and Brophy. Well, if you can believe it, we are still scoreless. First quarter action. And Taylor Witt, I mean, he is wreaking havoc back there at X. And Boulder Creek off to a slow start offensively. This is a team that, and I thought the stats were interesting. They have a shooting percentage of 39%. Brophy is the top shooting team in the ALL at 46%. Boulder Creek took 407 shots, and they get 60% of their shots on assist. Now, Desert Vista has only 54% on assist. They're shooting a little better. They're shooting 41% to Boulder Creek's 39%. But here's an amazing statistic, and I was really shocked. Boulder Creek took 407 shots. Brophy, 452. Higley, 448. Desert Vista has only taken 205 shots this year. And I think personally, and I am not going to ever second guess Dan Lannon or PJ Rovinelli, but I am of the mind that you got to put pressure, a lot of pressure on the opposing goalie. I got in an argument with this with Mickey Miles Felton, the Hall of Fame coach from U of A, and he disagreed with me. That's going to be a push and not a crease violation, and it's going to be Desert Vista's possession here. In a quick-moving first quarter. I really think to be effective, I think to be great, I think you got to put a lot of pressure. And Mickey disagreed with me, as he usually does. And so let's see if Desert Vista, because when I watched them this year, I feel like they are a better offensive team when they're a little more aggressive. And they did a good job there. They got the ground ball, they got the possession, and now they can reset their offense. We're in a scoreless tie, if you can believe it, with Boulder Creek and Desert Vista battling here for a chance to go to the Arizona Lacrosse League Championship on Friday night. Shot taken, and look at Thomas Cook. Another tremendous save by Thomas Cook. And the quick outlet and the pressure applied by Canyon Staverson. He was not out of bounds, and it's a live ball as Jarrell has it stolen away. A takeaway for Desert Vista and one of the long pulls. Good job by Caceres as the goalie throws it, and it's tipped away and checked away. And look at Taylor Witt going to work. That's what makes him one of the most intimidating defensive players in the league. They also have a pretty good one in Adam Cooper back there, number 8. 0-0 tie here from Rose Mofford Park in Phoenix, Arizona. Restart, Joseph Browning over there, number 5. He's checked in. Aiden Scott. As they work it around, and here's Browning going to work. Nice move, but it cost him the ball, and he flips it out of bounds. Boulder Creek possession here. As we got maybe a couple of minutes left to go, there's no clock on the field, so if I say it's a couple of minutes, it's merely a guesstimation. And that's not a word. Armitage in a scoreless tie here. First quarter action. Good, strong defense. Adrian has made a couple of nice stands defensively. He is one of the 3 pulls, along with Taylor Witt and Adam Cooper for Desert Vista. They work it out of X. Here's Carolyn scoring the game's first point. Unassisted. And it is 1-0 in favor of Boulder Creek as only our second face-off coming up. So for Danny Carolyn, his 45th point, he has 31 goals, 15 assists now, and he's among the state's leader in assists. Second face-off, who's wanting it the most? Desert Vista trying to get in there with A.J. Davis. Keaton Davis. And whoa, what a big-time check there by Thomas Lynch at the buzzer, and we'll see coming back from the timeout who will have possession. That was a big-time hit. Maybe that was Aiden Scott. And at the end of one, it's 1-0, Boulder Creek. Well, since the ball was unsettled at the buzzer to end quarter number one, we will face off again. So this will be now officially our third face-off, but only the second that counts. Good check by Scott from behind. It's still unsettled. That was a good check by Thomas Lynch. His dad, former outstanding Desert Vista coach, and BC gets the second win off, or their first win off the face-off. So we start quarter number two. The Jaguars lead the Thunder 1-0 in a game that will decide who will play the winner of Higley and Brophy, who is just underway at Brophy Sports Complex, and it's a 1-1 tie. And we'll try to keep you up to date on that one. Getting a look at Taylor Jarrell, who had 9 points this year. Working over to Carroll, who has the only goal of the game. 20, Jack Thorson, also one of the key components to this offense. Davies Clark takes it in unassisted. 2-0. Davies Clark with his 17th point, his 13th goal. He has 4 assists. Our third face-off. Logan Zapinski. And he gets the win and the ground ball. So he picks up the nugget and brings it into the offensive half, gets it across the restraining line. He is being harassed from behind. What a great save by Christian Creech. As Logan Zapinski, who is the third leading, or actually the fourth leading scorer on the team, but he does so much at face-off X. He is fifth in the state in ground balls as Desert Vista needs a clear, and a good job there by Adam Cooper. Quickly up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down the right alley. In Desert Vista right now, we said they can't afford long stretches without scoring. They've got to put some points up on the board, and right now they are struggling offensively. Let's see if Cole Brewster can get them on the board. Predmore with the good defense. So Brewster, I think he's dominant left, but I think he's ambidextrous to some degree. As Canyon. Canyon moving to the top, and now he slips, and he's going to be harassed. Continues to be harassed, and a flag is down. I thought that was good defense by Will Crook. Canyon lost his footing, and that was not the defensive player's issue, and I don't know if I agree with that call. 2-0 is our score, Boulder Creek, but we're going to get probably a slash here against... No, we're going to get a trip. So it'll be a technical foul, 30 seconds. And so a man-up situation here for the Desert Vista Thunder. as they trail 2-0, but they are playing in a man-up situation. Let's see if we can get Brewster to step in. He tries. He is met there. Good solid defense by 16, Jaden Petrie. I'll tell you what, this Boulder Creek defense has shown why they are right now the second best team in the state. Not a bad look there by Joseph Browning. Now on the restart as Desert Vista backing up. And taken away, so that's going to kill the penalty, and that's Jackson Boop. Jackson, who is so instrumental to the success of this team, he goes flying in. He's going to be checked hard. Actually, that's not Jackson, that's Stalin Lucas. And let's see what the call is. It's going to be a push with possession. Well, I'll tell you what, the penalty against William Crook was not a technical foul because he's still over there. That had to be a 1 minute infraction. It looked like and I'm sorry, it was a 1 minute. I was calling a trip a 30-second. Trip is 1 minute. But they should be coming out of that pretty soon. So a 5-on-5 here for just a few more seconds. And Boulder Creek just taking their time. They want to kill that penalty. And they actually have taken their time trying to get a good shot here. Okay, I'll get my act together here in a second. I'll tell you what, you can see why Boulder Creek puts up so many points. Shot Creech on the denial of Carolyn. No, it went in. It went in. Carolyn has his second. 3-0 in favor of Boulder Creek as they have bolted out to a big lead. This is Jackson Boop. 50 face-off wins coming in. They have won 2 of the first 3. As they continue to battle for it, and Desert Vista, you got to get that ground ball. Push, and it will be Desert Vista's possession. So 2 up and 2 down for Desert Vista in face-off wars. I think if they can maintain that, they'll be okay in this game, but they've got to score. I mean, we are 4 minutes into the second quarter, and Desert Vista has had only 2 shots on goal. Good defense, Jackson Boop, 38. I think he's one of the tops along with Drew Kelly. Drew Kelly's had a great year for Nick Collier's Jaguars. And finally, Desert Vista is on the board. So Canyon is on the board, giving it a 2-point deficit as Desert Vista now trails at 3-1, and that comes about 4 minutes into this second quarter. And DV should win this face-off, and they got a 3-2 advantage. We're going to get a timeout, Desert Vista. So they will talk things over on the far side. Canyon Steverson, number 30, number 8, the outstanding defenseman Adam Cooper. All right, let's get back to the action here. The Arizona Lacrosse League state semifinals. Cole Brewster, 13 goals, 6 assists this year. EV could use another one before they give up another one and cut this deficit down to 1. They trailed by as many as 3-0. My name is Jeff Lowry. You're watching apnvideo.com and our exclusive coverage of the 2021 Arizona Lacrosse League semifinals. That's only the 4th shot of the game taken by the left-handed dominant A.J. Wade, who had 15 points this year. On the restart, Joseph Rodriguez, 17 points, 4th on the team this year, though he led the team in points probably the first half of the season. Desert Vista only scored 129 points going into tonight's game, as that one's bounced up there, and that's out of play by Ryan Kerner. Conversely, Boulder Creek has scored twice as many goals. They average about 13 a game. And they have a point differential per game as Castillo was right in front of the crease. Big ground ball, Braden Fernandez, who had 12 ground balls this year, and he'll clear it. And now Boulder Creek will settle in. Boulder Creek has outscored their opponents by average per game 10 points. Desert Vista 4.5. Boulder Creek has had victories over Higley 16-6, Arcadia, Chandler, Cactus. They beat Desert Vista, a game in which they were up 8-1 at one point back on the 1st of April. Taylor Witt, Danny Carolyn. Does it get any better than that? And Carolyn comes in and Creech denies him. How about that? Well, good defense, but he's going to be flagged. They've also had victories over Oral Valley 11-4, Notre Dame, South Point, Pinnacle, Corona, Mountain Ridge, and again Oral Valley in the first round of the playoffs 18-5. They kind of had their way with Oral Valley, beating the Tucson-based team in 2 games 28-9. Desert Vista, they beat Arcadia, Catalina, then lost to Higley, Brophy, and Boulder Creek. Victories over Chandler Pumas, South Point, lost to Chaparral, and then beat in their 5-game win streak right now. This is Desert Vista, Mountain Ridge, Pinnacle, Corona del Sol, Oral Valley, and they're coming off an 8-2 win at Nolan Field as Zapinski takes the shot, and that one flies out of play. But the Boulder Creek Jaguars were backing it up. They lead at 3-1 here in the second. 8-2 victory for Desert Vista over at Nolan Field in the quarterfinals Saturday morning. While Boulder Creek defeated Oral Valley in the quarterfinals 18-5. Shot taken, shot scored. Carolyn has a hat trick. That'll make it a 3-2 ball game. DV has a 1 advantage in face-off X. Logan Sapinski doing the honors. Logan only in his junior year, and he gets another GB coming off face-off X. Excellent job. So we're 3-3 on that. But the score now is 4-1 in favor of the Boulder Creek Jaguars, and a pair of 19s going at it, and that's Ethan Tanucci. And look at Creech coming up, rising to the occasion, but they get the rebound and they get the score. Armitage is on the board for the first time, and they have their largest lead of the game at 4-1. Check that, 5-1. So it's 5-1 in favor of the Boulder Creek Jaguars. Armitage scores his first. He has 60 points on the season and now 28 goals to go along with a club high and a state high 33 assists. Excellent job by Jackson Boop. Got the face-off win, got the ground ball to win the face-off, but then threw it away, and it'll be DV's ball. Long pass up ahead, and this is Cooper. And we're going to get a DV timeout. That is their second and final timeout of the first half. With the score, Boulder Creek, the number 2 seed, leading the number 3 seeded Desert Vista 5-1. And the restart here is Brewster. For the Desert Vista Thunder in the dark tops and the white shorts. Brewster has been one of the mainstays on this team this year for Dan Lannon, and there's a takeaway by Jackson Boop. I'll tell you what, you've got some outstanding defensive players. I mean, I know the offense is known Boulder Creek is notoriously known for their great offense, but I'll tell you what, their defense, they've been tremendous. They have not given up double-figure scoring all season long except the Brophy. They average just 3.7 points given up a game. And I know some of those are against normally Division II teams, as Rodriguez comes out of X and finds the promised land. So Joseph Rodriguez with his 14th goal of the year. Inside of 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. And a big ground ball, and DV really needed that face-off win. They trail 5-2, and they need another score, and we're going to get a flag. Well, the stick, the cross, the head of the cross, I should say, of Jaden Petrie, it looked like it may have hit Rodriguez in the face. So our face-off battles are even at 4 apiece, but the scoreboard belongs to Boulder Creek. They lead it by a score of 5-2. Here's Canyon going to work. Work it around. Cole. And they get it over to A.J. Wade. And he draws them within 2 at 5-3. Cole Broster with the assist on the play. And it's 5-3. That's what happens when you start to win at face-off, and now Desert Vista will be in a man-up situation. I didn't catch the signal over there for the official, but I would imagine, nonetheless, this is a 1-minute penalty. BC and Logan Zapinski continues to do the job. Desert Vista is a man up. Here's Taylor going to work. And we're going to get an illegal body check here against Desert Vista. And that was not a smart play by Thomas Lynch. His dad over there standing behind the scorer's table probably would agree with me. So Desert Vista had a man-up situation down at 1.5-1. They have scored 2 unanswered goals to cut it to 2. And then Lynch comes in and commits the illegal body check. Five on 5, and then Boulder Creek, a mental mistake, and they throw it away. So DV can come down. They'll restart it deep inside their own offensive territory. Sounds like a football term. Creech, long pass. Not much time left to go here, and we don't have a clock. So we're assuming we got maybe around 30 seconds. Rodriguez finds a man at the front doorstep, and Castillo rattles the back of the cage, and it's a 1-point affair. Desert Vista right back into this ball game, and you can see the multitude of fans here. (5-4) Boulder Creek, and that was a man up. Well, no, that wasn't because of the penalty. Zapinski battling, and that is going to do us for the first half. Boulder Creek leads Desert Vista 5-4. We'll be back. All right, we go now to the third quarter of play as the Desert Vista Thunder and the Boulder Creek Jaguars are battling. Halftime score here is 5-4 Boulder Creek. Their largest lead was 5-1. Danny Carolyn, number 32 for Boulder Creek, leads all scorers with a hat trick. He's got 3 points. Picked up by Danny Carolyn. Boulder Creek with a 6-4 advantage in face-off X. He's got Max Armitage, who has drilled one pass Christian Creech and found the promised land. Armitage with his second goal of the contest, and just like that, it is 6-4 in favor of the Jaguars. DV needs a ground ball here, and they can't get it. Excellent job there by William Cook. Oh, nice save by Logan Zapinski at midfield on a slightly errant pass, and they'll go yellow. Boulder Creek and slow things down right in front of Dan Lannon, the longtime head coach of the Desert Vista Thunder. You know, a special thanks to Dan. I mean, you think about Dan he's the top guy in the league. He runs the Desert Vista program, family, work, job, devotes a lot of time to this league. He really, really cares about this league and devotes a lot of his personal time to better the league. And just a special thanks to Dan and for allowing us to be a small part of Arizona high school lacrosse here in the Grand Canyon State. Tried to get it to Zapinski, and look at Danny Carroll, and that's why I like his game. I mean, he is just always seems to be in the right place at the right time because of the hustle. Zapinski working it out, trying to stretch out that defense. That's Keegan on the defense, number 40. Keaton Davis, pass, swim move, shot. Oh, look at Creech rising to the occasion. That was an incredible save. All right, Boulder Creek will start it out of X. Max Armitage, second leading scorer in the state, points-wise, looking, and that one might have even got Ethan Tanucci. I'm not sure. That shot taken that time by Max Armitage. And you got to love Max's game because this is a guy, I mean, it's not like he's, of his 61 points, 58 of them are goals. I mean, he has, he leads the state in assists. 29 goals. As he kind of bull dodges through a couple of defenders around the goal line extended. He gets around Taylor. He takes a shot. No good. But it was backed up on the weak side. Good play by Clark. And now he gives it up, and nothing you can do. Ethan Tanucci has found the promised land. 7-4 Boulder Creek here in quarter number 3. And they get another Jackson Boop face-off win. It was picked up by DV and get it back to Creech. That is a huge face-off win for Desert Vista, and they were lucky to get it. So Desert Vista now down by 3. They have trailed 5-1. They've trailed by as many as 4. That's this field, I would imagine, the turf here is somewhat loose. We've seen several players slip on it. Of course, it was flown in from Mars, so what do you expect? As Colt Brewster will restart the offense here for Desert Vista. They got the touch. They got their personnel in they want. Here's Kerner going to work. Send it over to X. Castillo, who had that big goal at the end of the first half to draw Desert Vista to within 1 at 5-4. But now they trail 7-4 after Armitage and Tanucci have scored. Tanucci is third in the state in points. We got his first goal of the contest just a few moments ago. Third quarter action, 7-4 Boulder Creek. The winner of this game will face the winner of the Brophy-Higley game that's being played right now. And look at Cook rising to the occasion again. Number 31 has to be considered, I think, with a 71% save percentage. Got to be up there for MVP consideration. Work it around, and a drop ball right in front, out in the pipe. And look at this ground ball by 16, Jaden Petrie. That is his third ground ball, and all of them have been very important to the Boulder Creek cause here tonight. Led by Nick Hillier, Ian Connell, and Justin Straker. Desert Vista led by the winningest coach in league history, Dan Lannon, in his 11th season. This is going to be Desert Vista's possession. He is assisted by Frank Ferrantelli, P.J. Rovinelli, who won a state championship with Chaparral back in 2011, Glenn Milton, Brandon Neff, Paul Witt. And we got a check out front, picked up, ground ball, but Boulder Creek's going to be a man down. And it's going to go against their top defender, Drew Kelly. Man-up situation here for Desert Vista. They trail 7-4 here in the third quarter. We're about 4.5 minutes into this second half. Desert Vista, I think they got to score here. They have to score here. Trailed 5-4 at the half. Here's the shot. That's the save by Cook. Tried to scoop it in. Goal line extended right. You like to see Joseph maybe pick that baby up, get that GB, and restart the offense. Cook's a tough nut to crack, no doubt about it. And what a clear by Dallin Lucas. He's had about 3 just plays of the game like. And speaking of, at the conclusion of this game, we will have interviews with the winning team as Danny Carolyn, who has a hat trick here tonight. Carolyn with 33 goals, 14 assists, and 47 points. That's pretty impressive on this team. They spread the wealth very well. Shot taken, shot scored. Logan Sapinski has found the promised land. Unassisted goal extends their lead back to 4 at 8-4, tying their largest lead of the game. (7-5) advantage, face-off X. Desert Vista. Logan Sapinski, and stolen away by Desert Vista. I know not officially, but I think when you really can't hold the ball more than about 4 or 5 seconds, I don't think you should get the face-off win, because you may have gotten possession long enough to win it, but the true winner in this one, who's got the ball? It's Desert Vista. So I got them at 7-6 BC right now in that face-off. It's so important. I know a lot of people say, well, why do you put so much emphasis on it? It's because it sets the tone for the game. It's all about possession. I say it every week. And if you really watch these games, whether it's boys lacrosse, college, what have you, are they going to get? They can't give that to DV. He pointed that way. No, that's a good call. So Boulder Creek will have the possession here as they lead it by a score of 8-4. They're tied for their largest lead of the game of 4. But if you watch all the teams that are doing well, they're winning time of possession. Danny Carolyn, outstanding clear, one of the things that he does so well. Danny did give me $20 to say all these nice things. That's Pipe City. Ethan Tanucci thought he had his Boulder Creek team up by 5, but that hit the pipe. But it was a shot, and they were closest to the line when it went out of play. Hayden Hancock. Hancock with 10 points this year. He was the ball carrier. Now they move it to X. Goal line extended left. Looking for Armitage, who somehow corralled it. Work it around. Look how patient Boulder Creek is. They've got an 8-4 lead. No reason to rush. And the assignment here, Cazares, Adrian on Armitage, and a save that time. Good job by Christian Creech, one of the top goalies in the state. I don't know if there was a better goalie last year. Now this year, I think, Thomas Cook, you got to give him some credit. And look at that takeaway from behind. Taylor Witt with the nice check. Didn't get the ball, but that was an outstanding play. So Taylor Witt pried it loose, but Boulder Creek will restart it. And Armitage, one of the rare times he'll throw it away. Desert Vista will have the possession here in quarter number 3. Got about 3 minutes left to go here in the third. And the Boulder Creek Jaguars, a second seed, looking to advance to their first ever state championship. They lead it by a score of 8-4 here on APN Sports, apnvideo.com. Jeff Lowry coming to you from Rose Mofford Park. We're in Phoenix. Desert Vista, desperate need of a score here. Trailing by 4, the largest lead of the game for Boulder Creek. This is Rodriguez, shaking and baking, gets it out front. Could not connect, and the ball comes all the way up to midfield and inside the Boulder Creek offensive half. They got some numbers. Well, it's 3-on-2. Get it to Armitage. He shoots. He will prevail. He's got the hat trick. It is the largest lead of the game for Boulder Creek as they have taken a 9-4 lead over Desert Vista in the state semifinal. We've got a score at halftime from Brophy Sports Complex. The Higley Knights now trail Brophy 15-3. Shot, Armitage again. He's got 4. 10-4, Armitage and the Jaguars. Well, the DV defense, all high fives here. You like that because they're discouraged right now. They're trailing by 6. And the face-off win goes to DV, so they're hanging. 8-7 in that department in favor of Boulder Creek. But a 5-0 run by the Boulder Creek Jaguars here in the second half. And they have bolted out to a 6-goal lead. And right now, Desert Vista, I don't know if Dan Landon may want to call a timeout here. I think his team might need a timeout. You hate to give one up this early. I mean, we're late stages, third quarter. But Desert Vista, I think, might need a little pep talk right now. They've given up 5 unanswered goals after they cut it to a 5-4 deficit at halftime. Danny Carroll, 34, works it over to the right side. Dallin Lucas has had a lot of touches in this game. Armitage again, and he's going to be denied. Creech. They chant Creech when he makes the save. Boulder Creek was backing up the shot. Out of X, Tanucci. Armitage, behind the back, are you kidding me? BTB, are you kidding me? His 5th of the night, and it's 11-4, Boulder Creek on a BTB. I have been calling Arizona high school lacrosse since 2004. I've never seen a successful BTB. Can you believe that? And Boulder Creek now has a 7-goal lead, their biggest. Back to Armitage. Armitage strikes again. The Cobra hits 12-4. 4 straight by Armitage. My oh my. Zapinski on the face-off win and the assist. That is the end of the third. We head to the fourth. 12-4 Boulder Creek. All right, we head now to the fourth period of play on our Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. Boulder Creek has all the momentum in the world, and they lead at 12-4. And they are going to most likely be taking on the Brophy Broncos, who up 15-3 on Higley at halftime in that semifinal game down at Xavier College Prep. They go on a 7-0 third quarter run, Boulder Creek does, and they lead it by a score of 12-4. Armitage scored 5 goals in that third quarter. Tanucci, a couple of assists. Sapinski, outstanding in face-off. And Boulder Creek, Brophy, the two teams I think many people felt were the top 2 teams going into the season. There was kind of a little bit of a, I would say somewhat of a gap, maybe I shouldn't even say that, between the rest of the group. But, I mean, you look at the roster going into preseason, and you look at Brophy, you look at Boulder Creek. I think the thing that is going to make the championship game a different game than that 15-3 one-sided win by Brophy back on the 11th of March is the fact that I think Boulder Creek's defense has really intensified. Oh, what a save by Creech. I think their defense is better. Now, Brophy is a much different team. They're a different makeup than Desert Vista. They're definitely a different makeup than Oro Valley, their last opponent for Boulder Creek. I think the one thing, Brophy's defense is pretty astonishing. But Mountain Ridge put 7 goals up on them and was tied going to the fourth quarter in their quarterfinal game. And you know that Boulder Creek, who annihilated Mountain Ridge 11-1, shot, save, yes, Cook again. It's going to be a different game. I mean, Pat Harbison's Brophy Broncos, I think, has a chance to go down as one of the great teams in league history, but they got to win the championship if they want to be in that category. And Brophy is going to have to come out, and they're going to have to play with some intensity against this Boulder Creek team, because right now Boulder Creek, riding what will eventually be, they're going to most likely win this game. It'll be a 12-game win streak. They're giving up 3.6 points a game. I think it's going to be a great matchup. Cole Brewster, fourth quarter action. Desert Vista down 12-4. Joseph Browning. Good defense by William Crook. Shot, it's wide to the right by Canyon Steverson, the leading scorer for Dan Lannon's Desert Vista Thunder. Boy, we have a great crowd here on hand here tonight. Coming over here, not the greatest area of town. Desert Vista trying to work it out of X. Good look out front. Castillo and You can see why Thomas Cook has saved over 70% of the shots against him this year. Good clear by Boulder Creek, up by 8. Their largest lead of the game, and they may be heading to their first ever state championship game. Timeout, Boulder Creek. Nick Collier, always enjoy talking to Nick. He's done some he's done some commentary for the ASU games. So on the restart, Boulder Creek really can just play a little keep away, though. I think if you're Nick Collier, you want to run some of your offensive plays. I don't think you pack it in quite yet. I think you want your guys to play 4 quarters of lacrosse. You'll have 2 days off, and then Friday night at Arcadia High School, we'll have all the exciting play-by-play action here on APN Sports. That game will air on our YouTube and actually at apnvideo.com. Go to our AZ Lax TV to watch that game, and we'll also post it on Evil Twitter. Good takeaway there. Adam Cooper. Oh, he takes a menacing shot. Well, Cooper bounces right up. Good sport about it. Unsportsmanlike, or excuse me, this will be an illegal body check most likely. Let's get the call, though, first. I've been known to be wrong. Well, I've been wrong. That's a technical foul push. Okay. Whatever. So a man-up situation for Desert Vista. They have not scored here in the second half until now, and Canyon has his second. That cuts it to 12-5. So Canyon Steverson with 26 points on the year. That is his 18th goal. He had 8 assists. Logan Zapinski battling for the faceoff. Still a 50-50 ball. There's a little push. Coach Steverson near side. He gets the Cheerleader of the Year award for Desert Vista. No doubt about it. I mean, he's like having a coach. If you listen to Coach Steverson right below our camera well, as Cole Brewster takes it to X, Desert Vista will go yellow here. This is Lynch. Mr. Steverson, I'm telling you, you got to listen to him if you're on the field. I mean, what he says makes sense. And he gets on his team. He gets on these Thunder players. And he's having fun with some of the Boulder Creek fans, too. So if you ever go to a Desert Vista Thunder lacrosse game, you're going to see the additional coach over here having a good time, encouraging, and it's a lot of fun. We got some good fans over here on both sides. Fans of APN. Shot taken. How about Taylor Gerald? His 10th point of the year, and it's 13-5. All right, Taylor Witt's going to take this draw. Fourth quarter action. Another face-off win. BC is up about 5 on the face-offs. That didn't really play. I don't think that has played into their big lead so much. I really don't think so. As Desert Vista did a good job in that third quarter on faceoffs, as Drew Kelly, who I think is one of the top defensive players, and we're going to get a push here, and should be Desert. No, this is going to be. This should be Boulder Creek's possession, and that is the call. I'll tell you what hurt Desert Vista. They were down 5-4 at halftime, and then the Jaguars said, let's get it to Max Armitage, and Max promptly puts 5 in the back of the cage. In the third quarter alone, they score 7 unanswered goals to take a 12-4 lead going into this fourth period. Right now it's 13-5 in favor of Boulder Creek. At the conclusion of this game, I'm sure we will talk to some, if not all, the captains of the Boulder Creek Jaguars. They're going to be heading to the state championship to take on the Brophy Broncos. We don't have a score second half, but they were up 15-3 at halftime over Higley. Higley had a nice year. I mean, Frankie Armenta, one of our all-time favorite coaches. I say it every time we do a Higley game. Decided not to coach this year. And the Higley Brain Trust, they did an outstanding job. I think Higley had a nice year going to the state semifinals. One of the top 4 teams in the state. Desert Vista, I think, had a nice year. They poured it on late. Still on a 5-game win streak until this one's over. They're not going to come back on this one. This one's way out of hand. 8-point lead. And Drew Kelly and Jackson Boop, William Crook, these long stick guys, the D poles for Boulder Creek, they've had a big game here tonight. Got about 4.5 minutes left to go here in regulation play. Tanucci, he's got a few assists. Tanucci, I've got him down for 3 points. The one thing about Ethan Tanucci, and I think he's going to have a big game against Brophy, is that he can draw the defense. You can open up Zapinski. You can open up Max Armitage with Tanucci. Tanucci doesn't even, I don't know if Tanucci needs to score more than a couple of points against Brophy to be effective. I think Danny Carolyn's going to have a big game, maybe not scoring-wise. He's another guy that can draw the defense. They got some big game hunters on this Jaguar team. They put up 254 points, averaged over 13 points a game this season in the Arizona Lacrosse League. As we are winding down this state semifinal game, we will also have coverage of the Brophy-Higley game. That'll be posted to our YouTube channel as we are winding down in this championship game. For the chance to play in the championship game, I should say. Ryan Knutson applying the pressure here to Dallin Lucas. Lucas, another guy that will have to, I think he's going to have to score a few goals in that Brophy. I think he's going to have to contribute because there's going to be the game plan in that first game between Brophy and Boulder Creek. And we heard it from Pat Harbison before the game. We got to shut down Armitage, and we really need to shut down Zapinski. We got a timeout on the field. 13-5 is the score. The Boulder Creek Jaguars are just moments away from advancing to the state championship. All right, back from the timeout. I think that's Jude Jeffries is checked into the game, 87. Though I think he's 67 on our roster. Again, special thanks to Dan Lannon allowing us to be a part of the Arizona Lacrosse League Game of the Week. And you got, I think, you got 1 versus 2 coming up in the state championship, and I do think you have the 2 best teams. And I do think Boulder Creek is going to have a much better game than they had back on March 11th. And can't wait to see it. That's it. The contest is over. They run out the clock, and Boulder Creek wins it by a final score of 13-5. They go to 13-1 by way of record. Desert Vista drops to 9-5. and it's a 12-game win streak for the Jaguars of Anthem's Boulder Creek High School. All right, we've got post-game interviews coming up next on the Arizona Play-by-Play Network. All right, here in the Division I semifinals, Boulder Creek heading to their first ever state championship. And let's go around. We'll start with you. Just give us an introduction.
I'm Thomas Cook. I'm number 31, and I'm a senior goalie.
Okay.
Drew Kelly, number 36. I'm a senior defenseman.
Max Armitage, number 4, attack, committed to High Point.
I'm Daniel Carlin. I'm a midfielder. I'm a senior.
And number 32.
Yeah, I'm number 32.
Danny, I'll tell you, you're one of the hardest working guys out there. You do all the intangibles. Plus, you put up some good numbers.
Let's go, baby! Yeah, boys!
Sorry, sir.
A little bonus footage here.
Thank you very much.
This has to be a great feeling to go to your first championship.
Oh, yeah, this is the best feeling in the world. I know we lost to them already, but I think we've grown so much as a team, and I think we're ready to show them what we can do.
And Max, you had a tremendous third quarter. That was the difference in this game. You just came alive. I was a little surprised at how wide open you were on a couple of those, but all in all, a great performance and a great win.
Thank you, sir.
How's it feel?
Oh, it just feels great. I mean, we've been thinking about this for 4 years now. I mean, practices, shooting, summer, like you just think about this moment, and to finally get there, it's just great.
And this guy on defense, tremendous tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys, you got beat pretty good back in early March by Brophy, who I assume won. They were up 15-3 at half. What changes? What can we expect out of Boulder Creek that we didn't see that first time?
First off, we're just going to play our game. We had a bunch of mental lapses going into that game. There was a bunch of conditions that were against us. It was cold and rainy, and overall, we really didn't play our game. So we're going to bring our A game, and we're ready to stick it to them.
And I'll tell you, you've got some of the nicest stats for a goalie this year. Of course, you got to give a little credit to your defense.
Yeah,
they helped you
this
out.
guy right here, superstar in the cage.
He certainly was. What do you think of this team? I mean, can you guys do it on Friday night?
I certainly hope so. All of it. Us three here, we worked for 4 years together, and Danny came in on our junior year. And even though in junior year we got it all canceled because of the pandemic and stuff, we were really hoping we could go this far last year. We really want this, and I don't know, it's very exciting for the first time ever doing this.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Can I make a quick statement real quick?
Absolutely.
I just want to let the world know Max Armitage for MVP of the year. Just saying.
That's right.
Just
That's right, baby.
Yeah, Max. That's how it should be. All right, just letting you know.
Okay.
If it's not that way, come see me.
Okay.
All right. That's all I gotta say.
All right, guys. Congratulations. 13-5 over DV, and heading to your first championship. Thank you.
Thank you.